So my puzzle revolves around the doctrine of damnation, and in particular, dilemmas posed to it, or potential dilemmas posed to it, by discoveries in primatology and theories based on those discoveries. The reason this matters is because Christians want to tell certain stories of the origins of sin, which are explanations, causal and moral explanations of a lot of things, but among them are the justice of damnation, at least in traditional accounts. The key to those explanations is that there's no cause of sin before there's human beings, and even if there were, on a minority of theological accounts, that God would not be in any way related to that kind of causality in an intended way. So it would be entirely accidental, and so God would not be morally implicated in the creation of sinners, which God would then go on to damn. Well, you can see if that is denied, that is, if God might be morally implicated in the creation of sinners, which God intends to damn, then there's a certain perversity implied in God's creation of human beings and human beings as they are, at least if God damns them for the sins that in question. The discipline I'm looking at in particular is primatology here, in comparison with these traditional accounts of the origins of sin, and in particular one theory, a controversial theory that's hotly debated, that many vicious human behaviors, especially violence of a variety of kinds, is an advantageous sexual selection strategy inherited from a common ancestor with chimpanzees, a distant common ancestor with chimpanzees, and that this is shown by human beings and chimpanzees very closely analogous behavior in at least some cases. I go on to talk about this in some detail if you're interested in all the qualifications I want to offer. But the upshot is, if this theory is true, this theory about evolutionarily inherited human proclivities to violence, then it throws the doctrine of damnation into this potential dilemma. That's exactly the sort of thing that would cause this problem. And so I want to suggest that theologians have to seriously contend with whether this theory is true. And if it's true, they have to revise other claims to make those claims cohere. And in particular, the claim that I'm most interested in is whether God has, in this case, supposing this is true, whether God would have moral standing to blame sinners for those sins which are indeed evolutionarily caused in part. I hope you take a further look.